Coincidentally, we are venturing into the 12th of August when we observe International Youth Day. Importantly, we want to highlight certain issues that affect youth, and this week I choose a subject that affects both men and women. In fact, it is better to protect themselves before they're venturing into adulthood. So there's one virus that's predominantly happened when you venture into adulthood, especially when you're after sexual debut. And this is a virus caused by HPV. HPV stands for human papillomavirus. It can be divided into low risk and high risk. For low risk, it can cause really a big nuisance such as genital warts. But for high risk, it can cause cancer. In fact, 5%, which is 1 in 20 of world cancers, is caused by HPV. And every 5 minutes, one person is affected by HPV-induced cancer. We all know that HPV causes cancer in women, for example, cervical cancer. But do you know that apart from cervical cancer, it can also cause vulvar cancer, anal cancer, oropharyngeal cancer, and also vaginal cancer in women? So we know this affects about more than 500,000 women, especially in low socioeconomic environment. However, I want you to highlight that it also affects boys as well. So we know that there are many types of cancers that HPV induce in boys. For example, oropharyngeal cancer, penile cancer, and also anal cancers. Although these are not very common cancers, it also affects about 20,000 populations every year, and therefore the protections of such cancer is crucial. In addition to that, there are thousands and millions of men in their adulthood are also affected by genital wart, so protection of this is crucially important. I specifically advocate for young women. There is no choice but to have the vaccination, because that protection is crucial. For somebody who is venturing into adulthood, for example, a 13-year-old boy, you also need to consider this, and then because it will actually protect you from cancer, and also we know your natural protection is not adequate. And because it's not adequate, then you can carry on with the disease burden for the rest of your life. Women transmitting this disease to you is higher, and also the recurrence rate is higher because you simply can't raise enough antibodies. For the following week, we're going to talk about adolescence and the venturing into puberty. Stay tuned for next week's Putting Dr. G on the Spot.